guys, I'm Nicole with Sono, and today we're going to be covering how to curl your hair with clip-in extensions. So I'm starting off with my hair, just obviously first thing in the morning, just kind of a mess. I did brush it, but that's all I've done. And my clip-ins are starting off straight too. So this is best for those times when you've just washed your hair and you've just washed your clip-ins, so they're not curled either and you need to combine them. There's a couple little tricks that help your real hair to blend with your clip-ins a little bit better. And as you can see, my hair isn't that long and my clip-ins are 18 inches, so they'll be a little bit longer. So there's a little bit of kind of a tactic to be able to make your hair blend better with extensions at the same time. So I'm gonna show you kind of how to do that. First, we're just going to section off. You want just about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the very bottom of your hairline. And if you can kind of make these partings at least a little bit straight, it's best, but they don't have to be perfect. And you're just gonna clip that hair away. Now, make sure it's secure so it doesn't fall down during this, but to help your extension stay in a little bit better, I just go ahead and back comb just a tiny section back here. Just kind of where the clip-in is gonna sit onto. So, just a little bit like that. Now I'm not using product today besides that I've put heat protectant in my clip-ins and my own hair. I'm not gonna use any hairsprays or anything else. I like to keep minimal on my products with extensions so that once I've curled them, I can reuse them lots of times before I have to wash them again. So they don't have anything in them but just heat protectant, and you can put serum as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clip this first one in. You just pop the clips open and go ahead and clip right on that back comb section. And they should stay in just fine. If you have really fine hair, you might want to be a little bit more particular about your back combing, but if your hair is even kind of coarse, mine stay in usually without me even back combing. But I'm doing it for this video since especially when you're curling, you're putting a little more tension on the hair. Today I'm going to be using a rod, just because I like the look of it. And the key is I picked up a section of my hair along with the extension hair. That's what really helps them to blend if they're curled in the exact same direction and with each other. So that's why I do it layer by layer like this, just one piece at a time, and combining it with my real hair and the extension hair. So just holding for a few seconds, and then once you're done, just let it kind of cool. It's best if you can let it cool for about 8 to 10 seconds, but you can just kind of let it down. And we're not gonna quite comb through it yet, so they'll look a little bit tight for now. So, same thing, I'm just going on over this other section. You can see all my real hair is incorporated in this too. And I'm just going to wrap it around to the bottom. And this will be it for this layer, just holding it for a couple of seconds. You can use whatever hair curling iron or even a flat iron. I do a lot of the time too, curl all of these together. So that's our second piece. I'm just gonna continue on with all of my other clip-ins the same way, parting, back combing the section, and then going ahead and popping open your clips and sliding them in and clipping them onto each section. And I'm just gonna curl my real hair along with the extension hair on all of our layers up. Okay, so for these last couple pieces, I'm using just the little 1.5 inch clips. And I like to use these on my sides. As you saw, I put a couple on my left side. I part my hair onto the right side, and so when I use that thicker last weft, I use it and I kind of angle it towards this side to cover up most of this area, and then I put just a few of the little 1 inch ones. So on this one, I'm only gonna put one right here, just where I had back combed it. And I curled my kind of bangs, my front layer here too, during that, because they started to get into the way. So again, I'm just gonna wrap this around my real hair and the extension hair as well. This kind of a rod starts from going thicker and it goes down thinner. So it kind of creates a softer wave at the top and more of a messy all over look when you're finished. It does leave it a little bit tighter on the ends, but once you comb it out, it looks just kind of fun and playful. So as you can see, just pushing those together really helps them blend. I'm gonna finish just this last piece back here. And what's nice is the Sono clip-in hair extensions actually come with a couple extra of those 1.5 inch extension pieces. So you can customize it to whatever you need for your hair. If you end up parting down the center, I would use that last 6 inch weft and just put it right in the center towards the back of your head. And then using a lot of those little ones, just make sure that you combine those equally on each side. And I'm going to put this last little one also right on this left side too. And I'll show you how to hide that a little bit. You can see it's kind of sticking out at the top, but a little bit of back combing keeps all of these hidden. So just curling my last piece of my real hair. And again, I'm just kind of setting it down and just letting it cool completely, because you want it to cool all the way so that the curl will set in, and then you can comb it out and make it as loose as you want. So for this last piece, tiny bit of back combing right there. And I'm just gonna kind of grab all my straight hair that I see here and opening it and just setting it right there. So I'm gonna incorporate all this together. I like to curl all my front ones away from my face. It's personal preference and up to you, but most of the time it looks most natural if it's curled away from the face. I curl my bangs and my front little pieces that way too. So now that this side's done, I'm just gonna kind of pull it apart a little bit, curl my one last real piece that's left here. And this is good for your first day hair. Like I said, when I've washed my hair and my extension hair. If my extensions are already curled, I take my hair layer by layer, just as I did right now, and I'll curl that layer first, and then I'll put my extension in and go all the way up. And when I get to the top, I will curl them together still, how I did just now. But for the most part, I just put them in because they're already curled, and I curl my real hair first. So I'm just gonna kind of comb it out. To hide your top little wefts, make sure you give yourself a little bit of back combing on the top there. And usually I just hairspray it as well. So there's that side. I always back comb the back as well, just so it makes sure it hides everything there. And so I just have a little bit of volume. And then this last side, as you can see, this weft was sticking out. And that's no big deal. Just go ahead and back comb that too. I just have a little bit of a straight piece in there, so I'm gonna fix that one. But that's it, it's really that simple. It's nice to start off this way, and then you can wear your extension hair as long as it doesn't have a lot of product in it, really 8 to 10 times before you have to wash it. I like to mess these up and make these a little bit more piecey as well, like my natural hair. And sometimes even if you feel like any of your curl kind of doesn't match, or a little bit of your hair is hanging out there, you can also just go under your extension hair a little bit and just softly back comb. It also gives you more volume down on the bottom. So that's it really. You get them all in, pull them, curl them layer by layer, and the most important part is just to make sure you are curling it with your natural hair so they go the same direction and they end up blending a little bit better. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to curl your real hair with your extension hair. For more helpful tips and tricks, visit our Sono YouTube page. Again, I'm Nicole, and thanks for watching.